Guys, how's it going? Today we're going to take a road trip. We're going to go to a auction. We're going to go to a nearby auction here. They have a few watches and we're going to see what we can get. Now, I'm starting this video at home just so I can show you guys how I prepare for an auction. The way I find out about most of these auctions, it's a website called Auction Zip. So I'll leave a link in the description. Auction Zip. It's all through the United States. I don't know if it's going to work in other countries, but you could check it out. It might work in other countries. I don't know. And here in the United States, you put in your zip code and you put the distance you're willing to travel, and it'll give you options or auctions around that area where you want to go. So today, the way I'm doing it, I look on the auctioneer's website. I see what they're going to have available for sale. So they have 4 watches that I'm actually interested in, and I write down those watches, and I only take enough money to bid on those watches. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you take more money, then you're going to bid more. So just take enough for what you want to pay for those particular items. Because when you're in the heat of the moment and the paddle is going up and up and up, you keep bidding on them. So if you control the money you take, and don't take any credit cards, because if they take credit cards, they take everything. Just take cash, whatever you could afford. I got whatever I could spend right here. And for these watches, I'm going to limit myself. 4 watches, I'm going to limit myself to $1,000. So that's what I take. Take a loop, get there early, and inspect the watches. And be prepared. Be prepared. And come on, follow me, guys. We'll take a little road trip. Okay, guys. So we're on our way to the auction, and just remember, budget yourself. I have that issue at times. Sometimes, when I start bidding on something, I just throw the pedal, and that's a big issue when you're doing live auctions. So budget, budget, budget. That's the main thing you got to think about, and inspect very well. Because in these live auctions, you can't return anything. There's no going back. So make sure the watch is working, and if it's not working, make sure you buy it cheap enough to where you can invest some money in it. So budget, inspect very good, and try to get there early, which I'm not. I'm running late already. So just try to do your homework before you start bidding. And if you see no future on those watches or on whatever you're buying at a live auction, just let it go. Just let it go, and it's best than coming home and getting something that you really didn't want or didn't want to spend all that money on. So let's head to the auction, guys. And like I said, I'll try to film a little bit inside, but if there's any issues, just forgive me for not being able to record there like I'm supposed to. So let's go. Let's hit that auction.
M16, right? M16 German helmet with the red paint. It is dated on. It has his name on it, guys. This is great. $20, $212. Buying that duck there, right there, 5, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15. You bought it $10, $212. Yeah, you're going to buy a box from whatever again, all different World War II items. $3.29. Now I got $5. You can. $7.50, $10. Good $10. Now 16. Now 16.
Okay, guys, so I'm back from the auction. It didn't go as good as I planned. The prices were a little bit out of control, and this time I did take my budget. I took everything I needed to, and it saved me from overspending a lot of money. So the watches were going crazy money, and what I did, I concentrated a little bit more in jewelry. The jewelry wasn't the best, but there was some good jewelry there, and I'll show you guys. I bought 4 rings.
and this is going to be very hard to focus on rings, but as you guys know, I sell rings too. I got 1, 2, 3, 3 rings, and I got this diamond ring right here that I already started to break down, because the only reason I bought this, it was a 33-point VVS stone around F color, and I had one that I needed to make a pair of stud earrings. I'll show you guys. And there we go. There's the 2 diamonds that I'm going to make. I had one that it was dancing around. Now I got the other one. So I went ahead and got that ring just for the stone so I could make the stud earrings. I got a beautiful, beautiful. I normally don't buy these, but this one was just too nice to let go. The whole thing is red gold. There is rose gold and there is red gold. The camera is not picking it up, but this is a glycine, vintage ladies glycine, and the whole thing is glycine. The bracelet is a stamped glycine. Everything is stamped, so it's all in one piece. 14 karat red gold. I got this relatively cheap, and I got a LaCoultre men's watch, vintage watch. So this was the only men's watch I bought in the auction. Believe me, I did a lot of bidding. This one is a gold fill, but my plans is I could sell the watch in one hand, and boxes are worth good money, especially these vintage 1930s LaCoultre boxes. They're worth good money. So I went ahead and I bought this one. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm going to keep them together or separate them. So that's the market, guys. That's what we did. And after all, it was a good auction. It was a good auction. It was a good few hours Saturday morning, and I enjoyed it, guys. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a good thumbs up and subscribe. And I will be taking you guys on the road a little bit more just to show you guys where I buy. I will take you guys to a few pawn shops. I'll take you guys all around. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
17, 18, 19, now 19, now 2, 2000,